So the omens, pay attention to the omens. So today, because I had like some fungus gnats from my plants or whatever, so I had to go out and I was looking for the earth stuff to put on top of it to work through that. And I saw this older man I went to Lowe's and I saw this older married man, and he had this plant in his cart. And in my mind, I was like, look at him picking his person up a plant, okay? So I'm thinking that in my mind, right? And so I'm walking around and eventually find my way to the clearance rack, honey, okay? Because who misses the clearance rack at Lowe's, okay? And so we run into each other again, and he was like, you found the clearance rack? And I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I'm redecorating my man cave. And I'm like, see, in my head, I'm thinking he getting this for his lover and he buying it for himself. He said, I'm getting my man cave together, okay? And so this ain't the end of it. This is not the end of it. So go through all that. Now the plant was supposed to be on sale for like $8, but when I got up to the lady, she said, I'm gonna make it $4 for you. I was like, thank you. And so I got me a new allocation. Where I put it? Oh, baby, ain't got nowhere to put it, okay? But it's over there. So I got a new allocation in a beautiful like pot and everything for $4, right? So I'm leaving and I realized I needed to get some peroxide to make my mixture for my plant water. And I'm like, okay, I could do an Instacart. But lately my spirit has been like, no, go into the stores. So I canceled my Amazon account last week. And I still have Instacart because I'm on a family Instacart or whatever. But I've been working on going into the store more. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go in Kroger. So mind you, this Kroger is not the Kroger that's near the Lowe's that I was just at. This is another Kroger. Y'all, guess who is the first person I see when I walk out that building? And he just looked at me. I said, you following me? He said, I promise I'm going home after this. I said, and I am too, okay? And I am too. And I found that so interesting how we both were in the same place at the same time at two different stores. He was shopping to create his man cave. I'm currently redecorating my home to become my bachelorette forest, my magical forest. That's what I'm turning my home into, a magical forest. How ironic that both of us was on that same frequency for two stores and we're creating the same thing. And I was talking with Spirit as I was coming home and, making up all my stuff for the, plants and all this other jazz, right? And Spirit was just like, there are some people who, it's like, you can't judge all masculines off of the others. Like, some of them, they may be a little older when they finally get together. So lately we've been hearing about a lot of older men ready to settle down. Okay. Take it as you must. But it's something of this energy of the earlier you learn how to find that peace, the later you go bald. And that ain't even just for men. That's for women too. The earlier we leave that toxicity aspect of life, okay? So it's giving this energy that you're in a space where you're no longer being attracted to that toxic shit. Whoever I'm talking to, whoever's energy I'm talking to, because what's the word I'm trying to say? It's no coincidence that was the connection of us linking and seeing each other. And it's in both of us being in a peace era, right? And so the person who I'm talking to with this energy, this is definitely a grandmother coming through. It's like you used to be attracted to that toxic stuff. You used to crave and used to love it. And now you're just like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the up and down of it. I'm tired of the heart palpitations. I'm tired of the roller coasterness of it. It's like you giving yourself the permission to experience peace. Because you may have had a lot of life. This is definitely a grandmother's energy. Great grandmother energy, but like on a mother side. It's like, because it feels like a lot of feminine energy of someone who went through a lot of shit. They went through a lot of shit. And so they went through a lot of stuff. They seen a lot of stuff, but they didn't start acquiring the peaceful moments of life until later. And it's something about you losing your attraction to certain toxic behaviors and things, and how it's going to open you up to attract different things. It's like certain levels of toxicity attract certain levels. It attracts certain levels of toxic. And it's like as your attraction changes. So for example, if you attracted to hood niggas who stay in the projects, that's what you go be, you know what I'm saying? That's what you go keep being attracted to or going around and being around, right? But if you switch your attraction to someone who has their life together, who have their own home, you get what I'm saying? Like that type of aspect. When you start changing what you're attracted to, your outside changes. And it's something about what you're attracted to is changing. And with you changing that, you need to allow yourself to change. I'm seeing someone who is really like, it gives someone who is like, you know what? I'm buying the first class ticket. It's going to come back to me. I'm going to buy what I want because that's what I desire. I'm not about to sit here and penny pinch. And as soon as they start doing that, they see that more just keep coming. You start getting random blessings from random places because you bet on yourself. You didn't limit yourself. A lot of people talk a good game, but few live it. A lot of people talk a big game, but few people truly live it, okay? So many can talk this game of being high class or high whatever, but clearly they be into that they're not into high class shit. You move different when you're attracted to different. And this great grandmother's energy is saying, as your attraction changes, what you see around you is going to change. The people are going to change. Like, money is going to change. Opportunities is going to change. Because you may have lost some opportunities because you were connected to toxic shit. And so now it's like being in a space where it's like, you know what? I'm not about to let myself go backwards again because I keep falling into that. And the thing is, the reason why that happens is because it's a space of comfort. And it passed down. I went through it with my elders and it passed down, and then I passed it down. And it's like, that's something that's been within our lineage, as in your lineage. This is grandmother energy coming through. Like, it's been in the lineage to the attraction to things was not always up there. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why I'm hearing Ashley's, you know, and like, I don't know. It's okay, great grandmother, because let me get some cards out. Which deck? This deck. Isn't that like a furniture store? Hey, butterflies. Welcome back to Evolving Butterfly Goddess with me, Doctress. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, and your shares, and your subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated. And a major shout out to all the channel members here on YouTube and to the members over on my website. Thank you for your support. Enrollment for the Butterfly School of Transformation is open. Enrollment is different now. It is not by semester. It is the complete school. And then I do now monthly workshops and trainings. So for those of you all who are interested in my upcoming workshops, as well as my spiritual end-of-life death doula training certificate program, which is the first and only of its kind, okay? Check out my website at monicole.com, okay? All right, let's get into this INTJ. Ooh. I'm hearing, is anything I'm doing brand new? So this is definitely giving the aspect of walking into a season where you're experiencing new things. You're allowing yourself to, you need to make sure you open yourself up to experience new things. Allow yourself to be open to experience new things. Don't close off on new things just because you're not familiar with it or you've never tried it or whatever the thing, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case is. Because it can be easy to be pulled back because of that fear of trying something different or stepping out of that comfort zone. And sometimes it's because you realize that it's going to be, you feel like it's going to be work on you for you to be able to stay. It's like, it's giving this vibe of a comfort zone, right? So if your comfort zone is being in the toxicity, for example, right? Getting out of that comfort zone, it takes consistent work. You have to be accountable to yourself. You got to tell yourself when you BSing. You have to eventually change. And so that's why it can be easy to keep going back to the comfort zone or the caricatures of the comfort zone. And so what does that mean? You find yourself dating the same type of people, right? Because you haven't given up on your type. You haven't given up on what you're attracted to or what you've allowed into your space. Because certain aspects, you ain't like, I don't really want to change it, right? But there's going to come a time when you realize, wait, hold on, I got to change it if I'm really trying to get to this. You get what I'm saying? And so this is, yeah, strength card and the 9 of Knives. So yes, it's going to take some level of accountability within yourself of like making sure you're consistently working on yourself or, you know, things of that nature and not just getting, like you can get comfortable in certain spaces, but yeah, you're going to have to work on your shit, right? Like it's given the aspect of like, yeah, you are attracted to toxic situations and relationships, but it's also because you have some of those same characteristics. So it's like becoming aware and choosing what to do with it, because as you are accountable for them, you know what the outcome of it can be. And that's the 9 of Swords. It gives a vibe of doing the same thing over and over. You know, the 9 of Swords is like nightmares, and we were just talking about dreams and vivid dreams. Yeah, the song that's on right now is Karma. I'm just karma. So it's something about getting off of a certain karmic wheel. So remember, karma can be good or bad, right? It's just the outcome of something. So when we think of the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune is dependent upon the wheel that you're on. Okay? So if you're on a toxic ass wheel, the Wheel of Fortune can come out and it's just gonna be a toxic ass love story. You get what I'm saying? Or you can get off of that wheel and get onto another wheel, but then realize that you have to be manifested. Like, you can't say, I want a calm, stable lover that's out of drama and blah, 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 if you're not that. You can't say, I want someone who can cook for me and wash my clothes and do all this if you don't know how to cook and wash clothes. Okay? You can't say, I want someone to come in and be a provider for me if you can't even provide for you. It's like becoming those things that you say that you desire. Because a man with money ain't going for somebody who need to borrow $40. He don't go for those type of women. So you have to become what you're desiring. You have to walk in what it is that you say that you are bringing in. And this great grandmother's energy is saying you can't fake peace. And so with you in this space of the changes that you're currently making right now, you got to realize you got to let a lot of that stuff go and keep letting it go. Let it go. Keep letting it go. Because the longer you keep trying to hold on to old ways or old beliefs, old parts of yourself that no longer align with where you're working towards or going towards, you're going to be going nowhere fast. Do you want to stay on a continuous circle and cycle? Or do you want to get off the cycle? Off the ride? What is this with the strength? 10 of baskets. Make sure whatever you're doing, you're becoming the things that you say that you want. And in that is something about the characteristics of accountability, self-accountability, right? So when it comes to self-accountability, you don't blame other people for your behavior. You don't say, oh, I was just like this because you did. They still didn't force you to go cut their tires. Okay? But no matter what they did to you, they still didn't force you to go do that. Okay? They may have did something they didn't. You decided to react in that way. You get what I'm saying? So it's something about you looking at how you react to disrespect in this season of your life, okay? Because how you react to disrespect in your life is going to have a big impact on this 10 of baskets. Come through, 333. Is it 333 on my time too? No, I don't think so. How you react to disrespect is going to have a strong impact, baby, on your outcome. You can't blow up at everything. You can't blow up at every sign of somebody that made you mad. You can't show your hand. You can't show your emotions. You can't always be out here sharing what you know, it's just, it's giving, come on, grandma, come on. Yeah, Ace of Knives in reverse. I was hearing, shut up. Stop talking so much and do more. 3 of Knives in reverse. Stop following what everybody else doing. Stop watching what are you doing? We was just talking about the 3s. And the Ace of Knives in the reverse is something about. So for example, if you're a creator, you need to be creating more than you're consuming. And creating could be whatever your craft is. That also goes with this energy. You got to become what you are attracting. So you can't say, I want a successful business and this and that, but you spend most of your time occupying in other things that ain't got nothing to do with this. Ooh, left hand itching again. So your energy budget is spent on everything else that ain't got nothing to do with what you say you want. This great grandmama is saying something about self-accountability with this 3 of Knives coming out, then the 5 of baskets at the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing her say, baby, you be breaking your own heart. And I want you to stop breaking your own hearts. I want you to get out of your own way. I want you to realize that the things that you went through, the experiences, the people, all of that, it ain't stronger than you. It ain't none of that, but you need to stop going back to what you keep being delivered from. No more making excuses. for why you keep going back, or for why you keep thinking a certain way, or why you keep communicating a certain way, or why you keep falling back and not putting the energy and the time in. Like, change that communication. This time you sticking it through. This time you sticking it through because you tired of starting over. I'm hearing quit messing up your pretty skin. And as I said that, I just got this vision of like someone who like learns the hard way all the time. And think about every time you learn the hard way, you get a new scratch, you get a new bruise, you get a new mark on your body. You messing up your pretty face, you messing up your pretty body, putting yourself through these consistent, difficult trials and tests and situations that you ain't really gotta be in. You deserve peace. You deserve to be in something that's peaceful. You ain't gotta have this stimulus always. When you come from a place of trauma, we typically seek out those things that give that same trauma response, that same trauma stimulus. So it reminds us of that comfort spot of the trauma we used to be in. The things we went through, our abandonment issues, our attachment issues, our codependency issues, all of it. So we attract it even more and we put ourselves in it as a way of energetic self-sabotage. But you're breaking out of that. Stay breaking out of it. That's why this is coming up again. 7 of baskets in reverse. You know what I'm saying? We fall down, get back up. It's been a lot of 3s and 7s. I was telling the butterflies about that. Been seeing a lot of 3s and 7s. So seeing this come out, it just made me think of that. But the 7 of baskets in reverse is like, stay out of your head. No matter what you do, stay out of your head. Stay out of your head. Stay consistent. Stay focused. And look at what's real. Okay, and you may have already been observing or like observing behaviors of some sort, but it's also giving, observe your behaviors around, the ambulances, observe your behavior around certain people or spaces. How do you change? Or notice how people interact or change up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something about, I don't know, like someone taking what you do personal and watch how they act because they took something that you did personal. And that goes back to watch how people act when they feel disrespected. So, great grandmother, what are you saying? This feels like a future energy. A future? This person may like future. Great grandmother, why are you sharing this? I'm gonna pull some signs. Great grandmother, why are you saying this? Ooh. Okay, I'm just, because someone has lost access to you with the 8 of baskets in the reverse and the 4 of sticks in reverse. So you may be starting a new foundation and someone doesn't have access to that. Because the 8 of baskets in this deck, there's a trail of black salt. And black salt is used as a protection barrier. And this barrier was put up as a way to keep basically him from coming back to the home because he had toxic habits and toxic behaviors, and it wasn't consistent behaviors that the mother really wanted to have in the home with the kids. So it's like his energy is banned from entering the home. And you may have recently put out some energy or some work of some sort to remove certain energies from being super close to you or to show certain things to you, and it's being shown. 4 of sticks in the reverse. Because what we have out here right now, we have Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, Leo, Gemini again, that's Scorpio again, and Aries. Or is there may be a little bit of Aquarius in there too. But she's mentioning this is because you're creating a new foundation at this time. And with you creating this new foundation, you being on this new path at this time, when you put up certain barriers or certain things or certain spiritual requests, you have to be okay when they happen. Or just pay attention when they happen and how they happen. Okay? Because I'm hearing things will always be revealed to you when you need to like hear it or see it. It will be, the truth will be revealed. It always is. You know, it always is. That reading just made me sleepy. All right, great grandma. The Queen of Discs, but it was in the reverse. So you're no longer giving to someone or something like you used to. You may have really used to give a lot. And because the Queen of Discs came in the reverse. So you now being in the space of not giving like you used to. You're not giving your resources like you used to. You're not giving your energy like you used to. You're not giving chances like you used to. You're not giving support like you used to. Like you stopping that. And it's something about someone is not liking or not going to like you changing this. Something is going on below the surface. Because look at this. You see how it looks like ground and there's people below ground and above ground? Like, so this is, your great grandmother is giving you like a warning energy. I'm going to release this on the channel when I get done. Someone is boiling below because it's something that you're doing for yourself or you're changing for yourself, and they're taking that shit personal. Like it's because of them or because of, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's because they hate me or because of da 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 da. You get what I'm saying? So they're taking something personally and they're changing up because they're taking how you've changed up personally. I don't like this, great grandmama. Is this that's not my problem? Oh, no, it's not. I was about to say, I thought that was that song. That's just not my problem. That's just not my problem. I guess that's what grandma wanted to say there. That song is not your problem. That they mad at you or they upset that you moving different. You got your own reasons why you moving different. You got your own goals that you working on. Yeah, you not as available no more. Maybe it's because you up there working on school right now. Maybe it's because you working on that business plan. You writing that book. Of course you ain't going to be as available no more like you used to. You working on other stuff. You moving different. You move that you moving different. And when you start moving different with people who really ain't moving, okay? When you start moving different with people who ain't really moving, and this ain't even like you ain't communicated. Like, because I'm seeing you communicating things. Great grandmama, what you got, baby? that's just not my problem. She said, you need to remember in this season of your life, you're going to be making decisions that everybody ain't going to be okay with. But those who are meant to have access, they are. Okay? They are. What you mean you can't see nobody comments? This season of your life, you need to pull back on feeling responsible for other people. You may have spent a lot of your life and a lot of time in your life literally always trying to be there for other people. And that was this Queen of Disc energy. And it came out in the reverse. So she's saying, like, because sometimes, a lot of times, the overgiver, they give so much of themselves that it's just like when they need someone to lay on or something to case, you get what I'm saying? They ain't got it unless they got to pay for it. And so, is that a mosquito in my house? Oh, no. You ain't coming over here to me? Get out. I don't do mosquitoes. That's the only thing with this dang on rain, okay? We're back. You know, mosquitoes are irritating. They suck blood from you. And they need your blood to survive. So these people are people who needed you more than you need them anyway. So why do you feel bad about letting go? Or how they feel about you? Don't. They needed your energy more than you needed them. They needed your blood. So maybe this is your great-grandmother coming through on reminding you, don't feel bad for choosing you. Okay? Don't feel bad for choosing you. And that's that Queen of Disc in reverse. Great-grandmama, what's up? Because why your baby need to choose them and say forget them and say that's not my problem. Oh, you going through what? Oh, well, that's just not my problem. Okay, and start fading off into the abyss. Okay, people start complaining to you about their problems. Start falling backwards. Okay, no. Especially if you ain't in that same space and you working on something else. Yeah, 3 of Swords. That ain't your problem. You see how he see this man down in the distance, like a arch or something knocked him down. Okay, he's watching him down. He ain't over there trying to help him. Okay. He ain't over there trying to assess the situation and see if he got some bandages and stuff to help, okay? Shit, in some kind of way, though, he kind of the one who did it, okay, if you want to be honest. But that ain't the energy I'm getting from what Spirit want to say. So I'm going to take the channel energy. Why it look like this bird is attacking? Y'all see how it look like the bird is attacking? Great-grandmama, what's going on? The King of Cups. I like this. That's emotional intelligence. I like that. King of Cups is emotional intelligence, emotional balance. You're able to be empathetic, but not a fool. You're able to be understanding, but you don't have to be an overgiver. You don't have to do too much and perform for certain aspects. You get what I'm saying? Listen, and it's interesting because this is a woman on the on the King of Cups, and it's a man on the Queen of Discs. I like how they did that, honestly. What's going on with this? I'm hearing certain... Let me get a card to clarify. The Seven of Wands. Give me one more. And then the Four of Swords. Once you get out of the fire, or what feels like a fire, ain't nothing else gonna make sense. It's not. Once this fire is over, all of this ain't even... This time next year, none is not even really gonna matter. So don't give it too much brain power, because you're gonna get over this really fast. Four of Swords and the Seven of Wands with the King of Cups. You're gonna get over this really fast. You're gonna move on from it really fast. And guess what? A lot of them people gonna be in the same spot that they were in this time next year. And you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, dang, I'm glad I changed up my habits. Dang, I'm glad I finally bet on myself. 44 on the time. Dang, I'm glad I finally put all my time into this. Look where I'm at now. So it's something about embracing the journey. Embracing the journey. Embracing the journey in all of its beautifulness. Great grandmother, anything else? She's on this side this fall season. Some of you all have a great grandmama that just recently passed over, and she hasn't crossed over yet. And I have There Will Be Justice for Me. This is a grandmother who has some neglect going on with her care. Follow the money. So now this is getting into why she's saying the sooner you get into this space, the sooner you'll get away from the snakes. So when you stay in that toxic energy and around the toxic people and things of that nature, you surrounded by wolves. And then later on in your life, you ain't really build the peaceful relationship. So you're trying to create peace in spaces that is chaos. Okay. Hey, Glandia Pool. So trying to create peace in spaces that's chaos, you could be trying to create peace in spaces amongst wolves. And so it's like the sooner you grasp this concept and change your direction, movement, all of that, you won't find yourself getting caught up with somebody trying to use you for your money, use for what they can get from you, what they feel like you could bring into their life. Okay? The sooner you pick up on that and make those changes, the less likely you're going to get got. A lot of people get got in fraud and stuff later on in life by people who ain't about nothing, because the elder was talked into ostracizing the ones who actually did care. So now when they are at the place and they want to make peace with life and they want to be together, they don't have the other ones available there for them because they done all been pushed away. So now they only got the toxic ones. And guess what? The toxic ones gonna hit them for all they got. So she is warning and saying, do not ostracize yourself. Because later on in life, you're going to wish you didn't. Okay? That's great grandmama's message from mama's side. Thank y'all for being in the space. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. I am going to re-release the video onto the channel. I'm going to put this one back out today. I am going to put this one out today because this one felt like it's time sensitive. We're going to